Anytime you draft a player 11th overall, I think it's fair to say you have some pretty high expectations, and I also think it's pretty fair to say that Minkah Fitzpatrick absolutely lived up to those expectations. One of the things that really impressed me about him was his run-stopping ability, and let me show you what I mean with this play. As you see, it's a pitch play to the bottom half of the screen, and New England is going to send a receiver up to block a linebacker, and they're going to send their center up to block another linebacker. From there, New England's going to have Cordell Patterson block the Miami edge rusher closest to the bottom of the screen, and then they're going to send their left tackle over to block Minkah Fitzpatrick. And with James Devlin taking away that other Dolphin in the area, this is set up to be a big run. The Patriots offensive lineman who pulled to the bottom of the screen was initially designed to block Fitzpatrick. However, the way things broke out, he's now going to block a different Miami defensive back. And since Fitzpatrick knows that he has a safety coming in behind him, he now knows that he should try to split in between the two remaining Patriots blockers. The whole point of those blockers in that area is to try to keep a gap open for Michel to run through. But if Fitzpatrick can run in between them, it would then allow for him to get to Michel, and even if he doesn't, it makes things a lot easier for his safety behind him. As you see, he does get in between those blockers and makes a pretty good tackle to stop Michel short of the first down. This still ended up being a pretty solid run for the Patriots, but it could have been a back-breaking run if it wasn't for Fitzpatrick's play there. While Fitzpatrick has impressed me a lot in his rookie season, that doesn't mean that he can't get beat, and here's an example of what probably is his biggest weakness, and that's playing in tight man coverage. As you see, the Dolphins are running a cover 1 hole, and this is going to be Josh Gordon's route as he's going to try to attack Fitzpatrick and get open. That ends up being exactly what happens, and Brady's able to hit him, and they're able to pick up a first down. Granted, a lot of guys will get beat on a play like this, especially when it's against Josh Gordon, who has 25 pounds and 2 inches on Fitzpatrick. But I do think it's worth mentioning that this is probably his, I don't want to say weakness, but his area of least great strength. I think where he's really effective is when playing deep, and I'll show you what I mean with this play. It's a cover 3 zone, and this is the route concept that Buffalo is going to be running. That's where Fitzpatrick is on this play, and since he's in charge of guarding that zone on the bottom left corner of the screen, that means that that route is the one he's going to be wanting to look at. As you see from this still, it seems pretty clear that the receiver that Fitzpatrick is in charge of guarding is just going to continue running straight to the top left corner of the screen, meaning all of Fitzpatrick's momentum is going in that direction. However, as you see, he's instead going to break down to the bottom half of the screen, and this could be very bad news for Fitzpatrick, as it could be very easy for his momentum to continue taking him upwards and allow the receiver he's in charge of guarding get wide open. But look at how quickly he cuts back to the bottom half of the screen. It's like he knew that play was coming. It was a great job of being aware of what was going on and adjusting athletically. Plenty of defensive backs just wouldn't be aware of that move, especially rookies. But equally as impressive, he had the athleticism to then get back and move over to that side of the screen where he was able to continue good coverage. Fitzpatrick may be a rookie, however, he plays like a veteran. And I know that's kind of a cliche comment, but it really is true with him, and I'll show you what I mean with this play. This play is going to be a design screen pass to Stephon Diggs, and Minnesota is going to send both of their receivers out to block Dolphins. Also, since it's a screen pass, they don't really have to worry too much about the defensive line, so they're going to send both their left tackle and left guard up to block 2 Miami Dolphins in the middle of the screen, meaning that if this play works, it could be a touchdown for Minnesota. However, that if ends up being pretty key in that last sentence. Take a look at Fitzpatrick on this play. He instantly sees that a Viking who is lined up as a receiver is now blocking him, meaning there's really only one of 2 options that could be happening. The first one is it could be a running play. However, since Dalvin Cook is already out of the backfield, he has a pretty good reason to believe that it's not going to be that. So the other option would be a screen pass. And since he sees Stephon Diggs is in a position to catch a screen pass, he's going to run in that direction. He picks the ball off and takes it all the way for a touchdown. It was really just a smart play by Fitzpatrick, and that's what really impresses me about him. Not only is he a great athlete, but he uses his brain to help him out. And that's what makes him such a force in this league.